those conversations will begin soon. Hurts is heading into the final year of his deal after leading the Eagles offense to the Super Bowl. At a press conference in Philadelphia on Thursday, General Manager Howie Roseman was asked about the desire to start working on a deal.
We have a good sense of what we need to do here. We have a little bit of time here, too, to kind of figure it out and get away and discuss that. But, you know, at the end of the day, the most important thing is keeping our best players here. And you know, Jalen's certainly one of our best players. So we'll keep all the contract talks internal, but we definitely would like to keep Jalen Hurts here long.
There they are. Herm Edwards back on the West Coast, and Bart Scott in the flesh.
I saw. Listen,
I want this smoke in person.
I gotta say this. I saw Coach Herm Edwards on TV the other day sitting in this chair, and I must say,
yes,
for the first time ever, he looked a bit fatigued. He didn't look like his regular young-looking, spry self.
You're gonna
Something
do this?
was lacking.
Yeah.
But now that he's back in Southern California, look at him. I mean, look about 10, 15 years younger. The smile is there. He looks awake, energized, and the whole bit.
He's
it's
Northern
amazing.
California.
That's what?
That's what
He's
the sun is due
Northern
to.
California.
No.
Stephen A.
That's a San Diego
Stephen A.
brother right there.
You know why?
He's not San Diego.
You know why I was
Herm,
feeling
you're
that
not
way?
San Diego.
What?
No, I'm in
He's in
Central Cal. I'm in Carmel.
Yeah.
I'm in
He's
Pebble Beach.
Have you ever been to Carmel?
That's where I'm at.
No.
It's ridiculous.
No, really?
It is
Stephen A., you got to come
stunning.
visit
So
me.
much is ridiculous
You have to come
But go
visit
ahead.
me.
Okay, I will.
Carmel
when
is
the
absolutely
The reason I
gorgeous.
felt that way, Stephen A., is I was sitting in your chair. I was
That's
feeling
right.
that pressure that you had every morning sitting in your seat.
Well, you know, it ain't pressure. It ain't pressure, baby. I mean, the seat marinates to me. I'm good. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that he looks considerably better today, more energized.
Getting that vitamin D. And remember, he was still grieving, too, for his Philadelphia Eagles taking that L.
That's fair. Let's go.
Maybe
Don't
your
go there.
energy was
Stop
a little-
all that. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Time to take off.
Yeah.
They're going to continue to fly.
Okay, well, let's talk about it, because you got to keep all your pieces then, Coach. And Bart, I'll ask you this.
Yeah.
When we're looking at Jalen Hurts, how much would you say he's worth when I talk about him being in the last year of his deal?
I mean, he's 24 years old, so you would think that he hasn't even reached his ceiling yet. He's extremely important, but they have to figure this out, and they have to get this done now because the market for quarterback salaries are continuing to go through the roof. We know that Joe Burrow is going to get his money. We know that probably Patrick Mahomes is going to do an extension because he's not going to be the seventh highest paid coming off of a Super Bowl and MVP. We know that, you look at we know that reports of Justin Herbert about to get his money reportedly about annually $49 million a year. So if Philadelphia continues to wait, the price is only going to go up. I think they have to figure something out as far as these structures of these contracts for quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes may have kind of been a trailblazer with the 10-year deal, allowing his teams to have flexibility to be able to push that credit card bill down the line. When you look at this Philadelphia Eagles team, you're wondering how can they sustain this when you think about they have 20 free agents. They have to convince Kelsey to come back. They may lose Bradbury. They have a lot of significant players that are coming up for free agency. They have to sign the quarterback so that they can go address the contracts of everybody else. I think Javon Hargrave is a big one. They may have to graduate some people out of the program. Maybe the last time we see Brandon Graham. Fletcher Cox, when you think about they went out and got Jordan Davis, and Hargrave is their best interior pass rusher who's going to break the bank and reset the market right there with Quinnen Williams.
Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, Bart, you make some good observation here. I would say this. You give this guy a Mahomes deal. You give him a 10-year contract. That way it's spread out. You can sign some of these free agents. Remember, they have 2 first-round picks. They have a 10th pick and a 32nd pick. They've done a great job of acquiring players in free agency. But I think this is the guy you want to be the face of your franchise for the next 10 years. He's an ascending quarterback, by the way, guys. I've always looked at quarterbacks this way. Are you 34 to more touchdowns in a season? He had 35. Now, I know it wasn't all passing. There was some running, 13 running, but that's the number in my opinion. It's 34 and above touchdowns from the quarterback position. That's what the real great ones do, and he was able to do that this year. The way he threw the ball, he improved dramatically. They built an offense, gave him some weapons. This is your guy. He does everything you want a quarterback to do, not only on the field, but off the field. Give him a 10-year deal, and you can sign the rest of those pieces. You can go into free agency and get some pieces, and then the Philadelphia Eagles will have a long run of trying to get back to that Super Bowl.
Here's the deal, y'all. Deshaun Watson got a $230 million guaranteed deal.
Yeah.
One could easily argue right now Jalen Hurts is worth more than him. Lamar Jackson is seeking a deal in excess of that $230 million in guaranteed dollars. One could argue Jalen Hurts is worth more than him. I can go the Kyler Murray route, the Russell Wilson route, the Aaron Rodgers route. That man was in the Super Bowl. The Philadelphia Eagles got there because of him. We know this because they were 14-1 with him behind center and 0-2 in the 2 games he missed. Not only did that happen, and he performed in the Super Bowl. Why do I bring that up, Bart, before your face cringed? Because you being a football aficionado that you are, you missed it. I ain't talking about just football. I'm talking about leadership.
Yeah.
I wish Deshaun Watson nothing but the best. We can't say that about him now after all the stuff that happened. I wish Lamar Jackson all the best. Right now, there's been a divide between him and the Baltimore Ravens organization to the point where we don't know what he's asking for. We don't know what his representation looks like. We don't know what kind of real negotiations have been going on. And on top of it all, he hasn't been available for the last 5 weeks of the regular season, the last 2 years.
Yep.
All right, and that includes the playoffs. So you certainly can't. Again, if we're talking just talent, there's a few people that you could throw in the mix, although Jalen Hurts has emerged and elevated to a point where he's where he needs to be now, right in the mix. But when it comes to leadership, outside of Patrick Mahomes, who can we call a better leader at the quarterback position than Jalen Hurts right now? There's no one.
That's a fair point.
There's no one. There's absolutely no one. So if coach, because you are a coach and you have coached on the National Football League level, we don't ask a quarterback just to throw the football. We don't ask them just to know the playbook. We don't even ask them to know what other people's jobs are. We ask them to galvanize, to assemble the troops, to lead and propel. That's what we ask. And we say it's not just about your skill set. When they get paid the bag, when they go to the negotiating table, this is what they ask for. And so if you're asking for all of those things, right, and he gave it to you before negotiations begin, there's no question that he's in a position. We're talking minimum $200 million guaranteed. Minimum. And then on top of it all, let's also not forget this component. Molly brought this up the other day, along with others like Ryan Clark. Nicole Lynn is her name.
It's important.
First black female agent to represent an NFL quarterback in history. She cannot walk away with a deal of lesser quality than those other dudes. She cannot, because when we're looking at him, you're not just getting paid for production, you're getting paid for potential. Well, the potential is at age 24, I was a top 2 candidate for league MVP and finished top 2 in the NFL in terms of Super Bowl because I lost in the Super Bowl to Patrick Mahomes. Only one quarterback finished off better than I did this year in the championship and in the MVP vote. It's me. So when you look at it from that perspective, there is no question. We're talking easily $230, $250 million, easy, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Well, that's what matters in NFL contracts, the guaranteed.
That'll probably be 3, ranked 3rd in his offseason, though, because those other guys like Joe Burrow.
10-year deal.
Lamar is better.
Well, I think Coach has the right idea, though, because then he gets paid, and then towards the end of it, the Eagles actually benefit. Exactly what they did.
I'm there with that, Molly. How's you going to give the credit to Herm? No, I'm just playing.
I'm
just playing.
No, I can get some credit. Fly, Eagles, fly.
I guess what I'm wondering, guys, is, hold on, guys, just for clarity purposes.
Coach, you pick the Chiefs.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Just for clarity purposes, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah.
Coaches talk about spreading it out over 10 years, but are you saying that even if that's done, the guaranteed dollars that Hurts should get should be less than both Burrow and Lamar Jackson?
Burrow's a much better quarterback. You have to understand that. Like he did a great job, but
Not
he has
Lamar
the best.
Jackson.
He has the better roster.
Wait.
As far as players, it's levels. Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. Listen, I got Jalen
You
Hurts
have
about
Hurts
8.
under Lamar?
Yeah, he's not a better talent than Lamar Jackson. He's a great player, right? I tell people all the time, there's nothing wrong with being Paul George, man. But we know it's special guys and there's levels to this. I got him like 8th in the league as far as the quarterback position.
Jalen Hurts, 8th in the league.
Yes.
This year?
He had the best.
Okay,
You have to understand he had the best.
Producers, bear with me. I count them out.
Okay.
8th.
I got Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Deshaun Watson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Aaron Rodgers is going to go to the AFC, but Aaron is there. And then it gets fluid after that because Tua was on an MVP trajectory as well, got hurt. Matthew Stafford be coming back, right? And Justin Herbert is right there as well.
You got Deshaun Watson better than Jalen Hurts?
Yes. And listen, Deshaun Watson is an amazing player.
I think he is.
He is one.
I think he is.
Listen, and when he gets back under center and he has a full offseason, he's going to remind everybody.
Well, first of all, I believe you in terms of Deshaun Watson because he's big time. My question is that all the football people I know get insulted at the notion that you are any player and you think you can just walk away from the game. Not that he walked away.
He didn't walk away.
Of course, I know that. I know that, but I'm just speaking figuratively speaking. You walk away from the game. You're not in the game.
Yeah.
And you're going for a year and a half, and you think you could just come back and be what you once were. Football players get on me about stuff like that all the time. They're like, Michael Jordan did that in basketball, but it even took him a while, and most people can't do it at all. What do you say to that?
Yeah. I mean, here's the reality, right? Jalen Hurts is going to he's lost his offensive coordinator, his defensive coordinator.
Okay.
He's going to lose.
Keyshawn brought that up yesterday.
He's going to lose a lot of his teammates, and so it's going to be more pressure on his back, right? When you're cheap, you are able to get a great roster with tremendous